here we are with Jordan. And Jordan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself to us.
Okay, I'm Jordan Vazquez. I'm 26 years old. I'm currently living in San Francisco, California, and I'm a student at the moment. And I also compete in mixed martial arts as well. So those are the kind of things that are going on with my life as
Yeah,
well.
man, I'll tell you what, I still think I'm going to tell you, you're crazy for doing martial arts, but I still appreciate, that culture of athletic competition. And, but man, you are got to be one tough guy to be doing that.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So tell me about, you recently took the shot. So tell me a little bit about that and what happened. Tell me your story.
Okay, cool. So I took the Pfizer vaccine, the first dose, on July 2nd, and I already kind of started feeling effects the next day on the third, when I woke up on Saturday morning. My chest felt kind of tight, and I just felt something wrong on the left side of my chest. And so I didn't think of it. I thought it was just, me being out of shape and and just stuff like that. So what I decided to do was just, exercise a little bit, just do my regular exercise that I've been doing, throughout my life and throughout the year of the pandemic. And so 2 days after that, it just started feeling like tighter and bigger. And I just like, maybe I should just get this thing checked out. So I ended up going to the ER on the Monday of that week. So that's about 4 days after the shot. And I ended up getting 3 kgs and an ultrasound after that and a chest X-ray. And then they diagnosed me with pericarditis. And so in that time, I actually had a fight that I was training for, so I had to kind of back out of that fight, just due to health concerns and just to take care of myself and my health.
So when they diagnosed you, was it the ER doctor or did you just kind of get checked out? Was it the ER doctor that gave you the
Yeah, it was
diagnosis?
it was the ER doctor. Yeah.
And did you tell him you'd had the shot a few days before?
Yes, I did.
And what was the reaction?
Um, they told me that they weren't sure about it at first. They didn't know if it was, from exercising or from mixed martial arts or for the shot. And at that time, I just, I tried to tell them most likely the shot because, I've been training the whole year around, hundreds of people. Mixed martial arts is a sport that, you can't wear a mask when you wrestle or grapple around. So I've been doing that the whole year. So I didn't have no problem, especially with something in my chest. And, after that, I just kind of figured that was that.
Yeah, it'd have to be kind of a big coincidence, right? I mean,
Right.
of timing, right? So, but
Exactly.
again, I mean, you can't say for absolute sure, but boy, I tell you what, you don't need to connect the dots too far. I don't
Right.
think.
Exactly.
So what happened after that? So the doctors, what did he send you home with medication? What happened after that?
Yeah, so after that, they discharged me and they gave me on two medications, which is called colchicine and ibuprofen, so they could help with inflammation, just in case for reoccurrence or just to get down the inflammation around the heart. And so I've been taking that for about 3 to 4 weeks, and so I'm still taking that right now, and just for it to get better.
Yeah. And so any other complications is it getting better? Is it kind of
Um,
wearing off? What's
the
your
pain,
status?
the pain's gotten a little bit better. It's still there. Sometimes I get kind of like little sharp pains in my chest and kind of like a burning sensation on my left side. But that's normal symptoms for with pericarditis, I think.
Okay. Man, that's interesting. Um, so it's been about a month now, and about the same. The medications may be helping out. Have you returned to any training? Have you returned to your training at all, or just kind of
Um,
easy? Or
yeah, I haven't returned to training yet just because I just want to be sure. I actually have an MRI and an electrocardiogram for on the 11th. So I'll be taking that to just kind of see how the progress kind of has been going, see if it's gone down, and if I could return on the doctor's note. But so far, right now, I haven't been doing any training just because I want to make sure, because when you're doing those type of sports, it's your heart rate's always elevated. So just kind of don't want to aggravate it at the moment.
Well, that's very wise, and it must be very hard. I mean, an athlete is driven like you to like call a timeout, because of things, and but pretty wise to listen to the doctors. And um, what I mean, it's we've been in lockdown now for a year and a half, almost 2 years, right? A year and a half.
Right.
Um,
Going on 2 years.
yeah. What I mean, pretty crazy, right? What's going on? Are any thoughts as far as have your views changed about this particular vaccine? Were you concerned going in? Have your views changed since coming on the other side of it? I don't know. Can you address that for us?
Yeah, definitely pro-vax for sure. I've taken every vaccine, and just wanted to say that. And this one, I did have concern just because of how fast it was made. It's not FDA approved. It's not given to kids that are 12 or younger at the moment. So just little things like that. And then, like I said, I'm an athlete, so I didn't want kind of anything to kind of intervene with that. But I did want to take it just because I did want to travel, and I didn't want to have any travel restrictions because of everything that was been going on. And so that's the reason why I took it. Personally, I think that I think I would want more studies behind it, and certain studies, more like longitudinal studies right now, before it's kind of given to everyone. Obviously, you have to consult with your doctor and everything. I got mine at a Walgreens, so I didn't really get to consult at a doc with the doctor. So that's kind of maybe one of the things that personally I messed up on. Um, but I think it should just be more researched more before it's kind of given out to the entire population, just for some people like us who had adverse effects.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be nice if they would study to see if they could find a correlation to what might be pre-existing that would cause a higher risk for some individuals. Then, maybe there's a different, path instead of just saying, hey, this is good for everyone, right? So,
Right, exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
So any observations or things you've learned or things, so yeah, one question I ask people that have, had some severe reactions is if you could, and maybe you've already kind of answered it, but if you could line up the media, uh, government officials or politicians that have, helped create, the public narrative and the medical community, if they were sitting in chairs before you and you could say something to them, you could speak your truth to them, what would you say about this current vaccine program?
Um, I would say, thank you, and we appreciate your guys' help for, everything, because you guys do put your life on the line every day. And COVID is very real, and that the vaccines are definitely, I think for most people want to feel safe, and most people want to go back to what they're doing. But I think they should also listen to the people that kind of don't want to get it, that have their concerns about it. And, if they want to kind of dissolve those concerns, and maybe kind of listen to what like patients are saying, having more research, being more transparent about kind of the facts of the vaccine, and kind of give us um kind of let us decide if kind of we want to do things like that. Because more if it's kind of put like that, I probably still would have got it. But I think transparency is a huge thing in today's age right now.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, I think lack of transparency and honesty in testing has probably eroded some of our trust in our social institutions. And it seems like you might be alluding to that. Is that, you think that's
Yeah,
true? Yeah.
definitely. More testing, more research. I mean, that's kind of the, the basis of science and how science is kind of formed, it's on research and studies and putting people in different types of situations, environments, and kind of just trying to get all the results and then, figure out what those results kind of mean. I think that's the whole basis of science.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, we should be making decisions on science, and the more we can study, then the better decisions we can make. Makes sense to
Exactly.
me. You're very wise for your age.
Thank
Um,
you.
Anything else, Jordan, you want to mention or say, or?
um Probably not at the moment. Just I think we kind of covered it. That's kind of what I wanted to say. Just, hopefully we get some more research out there. Hopefully we're kind of leaving this up to the individual decision and kind of not like kind of pressuring everybody to get it at the moment. And just because everybody does have their concerns. And I think people just want what's best for them at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have one more question that you found something you said. I mean, nobody knows for sure, once the FDA approves this, which they seem to be pushing hard to quicken that process as well. So kind of shortcut that process of
Right.
quickening by a couple years, if not for sure, at least a year on approving this, which leads many people to believe that that then opens the door for mandating it,
Right.
without exemption, or maybe with some exemption, but maybe not in the price. So what do you think about making it mandatory for people if they want to, or passports for that matter, right? Any thoughts on that?
Um, hmm, I haven't really thought about that too hard. I know that's one of the things that are kind of going, it's like left or right, it's like one or the other right now. So as of personally for me, I think it would be kind of a negative factor just for me personally, because I'm probably not going to get the vaccine unless I, studied more. Obviously, I just had kind of like an adverse effect. And so I personally probably wouldn't get it right now. And I think, having a passport and having to be double vaccinated, just fully vaccinated, would kind of hinder me on things, and probably the other people who are kind of hesitant to get it. And I think that, like I said, that falls with transparency, trust, and just giving out all the information to people first.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate your
No
time.
problem. No
And
problem. Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.